Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl is now back on active duty in Texas. But Army officials say Bergdahl is still being investigated over the circumstances of his disappearance from his unit in Afghanistan. Correspondent Shannon Bream has the latest.
Weeks after he returned to the U.S. for reintegration, the Army says Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl has completed the process. Quote, he will now return to regular duty within the command where he can contribute to the mission. According to the Army, that includes a desk job and the freedom to do as he pleases, including leaving the base without any type of military escort.
The Army has followed the process exactly by the book.
Retired General and Fox News contributor Bob Scales praises the administration for deferring to the Army with respect to Bergdahl and predicts he may be presented with some difficult choices.
There is in all probability a court-martial looming ahead of him with the option of simply walking away with a less than honorable discharge. And at this late stage of the game, Bergdahl's best move is simply to walk away.
But Bergdahl's critics say that is the last thing they want to see.
I want to make sure that he actually faces the real consequences, that he's not just, classified as AWOL, because he wasn't AWOL. We know that the evidence shows that he actually deserted. And so I'd like to see the military absolutely live up to that and give him the punishment that he deserves.
Rick Grinnell, former U.S. spokesman at the UN and Fox News contributor, stays in close contact with the 6 men who served alongside Bergdahl in Afghanistan and says to date, not one of them has been contacted by the military regarding its investigation into what happened.
To not interview the very people that were there seems crazy. The only explanation would be that the military absolutely understands that he did desert, and the evidence is overwhelming.
Bergdahl himself has not been interviewed either, though that will reportedly happen soon. A source familiar with the investigation up to this point says Bergdahl has not been classified as having any ongoing emotional damage. The Army says he is free to speak with the media, but is declining all requests for now. Bret?
More on this for the panel. Shannon, thank you. What do you think will happen to Sergeant Bergdahl? What do you think should happen? Let me know at Facebook.com/Bret Baier SR or on Twitter @Bret Baier. You can use the hashtag special report.